Hello! Hello, it is me. It is I. And I am here. I think I got it all working. As you can see, we are here in my corner, my Comicdud's corner. My little art studio. I am doing pretty good. Glad to see a couple people popping in. Thank you, thank you. As you can see, I've got my easel, my sign, everything I need right here. And I've been doing a couple Hololive Indonesia drawings this month, and I thought, hey, it's Saturday, I think. Yes, it's Saturday because of the holiday. Thrown off there a little. But I thought, you know what? Good opportunity. I'll try streaming a little bit on YouTube here. And then oh wait, one thing I need to do. Post this link one more place. There we go. One more link sent. I'm gonna draw her by. Probably not. Alright, put that down. Let's see. So now that you've seen the art studio, let's pop in, get a little bit closer here. Haha! Here we are. Now you can see I've got a little picture of Ollie up there in the left corner, just kind of let you know who I'm going for here. And then, wow, what's that? It's my hand. Wow, wowie, wowie, wowie. All right. Now the only other thing I think I'm gonna do is gonna crack open a little soda. Ah, yeah, there it is. Actually, I haven't had canned Coke in a while because I've been kind of running through my Mountain Dew supply. Just went to the store, so hello Tives. Most hand-shaped. Yeah, look at that. How does that pen even sit in there? That doesn't make any sense. So I don't have this written down anywhere, but I'm drawing in Flash just because I like to. It's literally just preference. But so far this month I've drawn a picture of Risu, Muna, and Yofi. So now today we're gonna draw Ollie. And oh man, I actually feel kind of like a little bit on edge now because I've actually got like some people here watching me. I hadn't really considered that fact. So I usually just kind of fool around, you know. Don't really think about it too much. But anyway, on to the drawing. So one of the main things with her, which a lot of her fan art and even like the simplified stuff would be like the 3 rings. So like the head and then her like hairballs and then the bow. And I'm thinking I don't want to be like too different or whatever. I will get to Kobo. I'm not sure if she'll be next, but I will get to Kobo because I'm gonna do all of ID this month. All right, let's see. So for Ollie, kind of want to like just throw some like shapes out here first and see what I'm feeling. Which like, I don't know, man. We do be watching. I do be appreciating. While I'm working on the next big cartoon, you know, thought, hey, maybe anyone would like to stop in and see me do some of the sketching. Some of the sketching. That's a little absurd here, actually. Hey, wait a minute. Wait a minute. That's looking a little sketchy there. I don't know how I feel about that. Let's just, yeah, maybe we'll go on to the... Let's just go on to another shape here. Let's just work on something else. How about that? We start over here. I'm getting a little bit too... Nah, full send it. See, a good base that I like to start with most of the time is just the keyhole shape, which I've said this before. But, yeah, just the circle with, like, the triangle-ish body. I think that might be a little bit too basic, though, if I'm being honest. This is huge. I can't believe there are so many people here right now, actually. This is kind of wild. But, yeah, so I don't fall into this design trap. Let's see. Maybe I could do something else. What if... Ooh, you know what would be interesting? If I do, like, more square shape. Because she's always presented as, like, round. What if I do, like, more of a square shape on her head? And it's, like, Minecraft. Not quite, though, you know? The only other person I've really given, like, a lot of square shape to would be Callie. Which I've kind of, like, worked into more definite shapes at this point. But I'm kind of curious what, like, some square shapes would feel like on Ollie. Which might be cool, because even on her, like, official art, you know, a lot of the hair strands kind of come off, and they've got, like those kinds of ends, like flat ends. You need to flip the first Ollie upwards? What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? Flip the first Ollie upwards. Quite the square egg. I don't know what you're talking about. Zombie stereotypes. Reaper. Zombies aren't, well, yeah, zombies aren't creepers, but, you know. I actually don't want to do that for the eyes because I feel like I want to have bigger eyes on her. I want to see where I can take this square shape before I move on. Not that I'm necessarily saying I'm going to move on, I'm just trying to lock something in, and I don't want to get too stuck up on one design in case I end up finding something else that, like, feels better. You know what I mean? Dodecahedron shaped. Sus. Whoa. Hello. I kind of like this. What would be cool, make the bow bigger. Bigger, almost like ears or something. Actually, make them wider. So instead of being, like, tall, make them wide. Wide bow. I don't think I've seen anyone, like, do super wide bow. But actually, it would probably need to go like this. So this has, like, the one curve, which I think is kind of cool. And then a little bit of the hair. If I do, like, a little bit of the hair sticking up, that might be okay. I kind of like how that flows together, though, actually. Boombox Ollie. Yeah, because it'd be really easy to just say, well, let's just do it like this, like they're big, like, Saba cat ears. This almost looks like a face. I don't know what this thing is, but I thought, hey, actually, and then that'd be like a crown. See, that's a little guy. That's just a little guy. I don't know what that's supposed to be. Let me, in this void space right here. You get your own little spot over here. I'll deal with you later. Alright, back to this. I think it's really funny, because she's always presented like super flat, which I think is lore accurate. But, let's see. Actually, let me see. Because I like her outfit. It actually is like this really long dress thing. It's got like the bow. And I gotta figure out how to balance that out with the head that I've drawn. Too much hair detail. Well, I think I might not do those like lines. I may not do those lines. I may just do those as like colors or something. I still don't have like a face in mind, but let me think. Big bow. This is a really tiny, like, top of the body. Break the What? What are you talking about? I'll add the face later when I can figure out what I'm gonna do with it. And honestly, I don't even have like a pose or anything right now in mind. I'm just kind of like, you know, just trying to get an idea for the design. Make it interesting enough. Which I've got this kind of wide. This kind of doesn't look right because, you know, there's no neck. I haven't really, like, I haven't drawn like a neck or anything. So what I'm thinking is, let me think. Do like this. See, right now this is like really basic, just trying to capture this, and I still don't have a face. What am I doing, man? Let's see. Because if I can get something that like comes together, then I can iterate on it. And I think iteration is the most fun. Sometimes you need to get like a baseline down to like work off of. And then, yeah, I kind of like the idea of the eyes being like bigger than the face, which I do that sometimes. So I think that worked just fine. Which I don't think I'll leave them like kind of spirally like that. I think sword gonna be something silly. I don't know. I haven't decided what I'm gonna do for the spoon yet. For the sword yet. You already got me confused. Not gonna be a spoon. I like it because she almost to me seems like a block of cheese, you know? Like, you know, you have like at special events they have like cubes of cheese, little toothpicks in them. She's like a big block of cheese. I remember, because I don't watch everybody's streams, but I do catch some people's streams, on occasion. And at the beginning of the year, I saw Ollie was playing Balatro, and I actually have like an art of me sitting at my desk watching her play that while I'm like drawing. See, that face kind of adds some stuff in there. Please, the spoon. See, this isn't terrible. Kind of like the basic version. What Ollie could be. You watch clips? You watch some clips. Ollie can be really funny though. But it's like, gosh, I don't feel like I've seen any of her clips pop up on my feed in a while. I'd really like to see more, I guess, more interactions to more like collab streams. What I might do, it's just so hard because there are so many people I want to watch, and I can't watch everybody live all the time. Alright, might do. Ooh, what if we do it like bigger? Well, that's less square. That's too much, man. I think that'd be way too much. Unfortunately for me, I'm kind of a slave to the algorithm in the way that, you know, if it's not popping up on my feed, I'm not going to know that it's happened. And that might go for, you know, it might go for anybody's stream, really. Anybody's things. What's your art background? I am winning. My art background? It's just draw. I don't know. Just draw cartoons. I don't know why I drew that at an angle. You guys ever draw stuff at like an angle for like no reason? My background, it's literally just watching cartoons and wanting to draw comics and then wanting to make animations. Seeing stuff on YouTube and Newgrounds and just wanting to be part of that. What remake? I'm not satisfied yet. I'm seeing where I can go with this. Which that's fairly well balanced. I don't think that's like necessarily a bad drawing. Like I could go for that. And then what I could do, if I add the sword, I think most creative people just see something they like and they say they want to do that, and then they just pursue it. You know, and go and add some decor and stuff. I'm just like, you know, I do what I think I can, and that's all we can do. Let's see. That there. So this is kind of squished, actually. Yeah. What I tend to do when I do like fan arts like these, like I think that's probably like an okay amount of detail. That I might end up like simplifying down, like even more so than I already had. Oh, it's me. This would actually be okay, I think, for like animating, honestly. That animation project is going really well. I got a lot of really good progress on it yesterday, and I'm gonna work on it more after this stream. But I just thought it'd be really fun to like draw a little bit first, you know, get myself kind of in the groove, and then, ooh, I like this. I think her body's a lot smaller. And I was like, well, why not just share some of that process? Me just drawing. I like this. The smaller body, actually. I think this is kind of funny. I still might give her like big eyes. What if I do like square eyes? I don't know what that would like feel like actually. Because it would feel almost like glasses if you do square. Because then it's like, you just assume that they are frames. And then that looks kind of just like, what's she doing? I don't know. It's worth like thinking about though. See like, hey, what might this look like? Yeah. Yeah, I think the square eyes may come off as a little glasses coated. And this definitely gives off more crazy vibes. She looks a little bit too innocent here. Yeah. I liked messing around with it, but I think I'm gonna have to like go back to round because I think the square for the eye isn't doing it for me. And I'm just gonna edit undo all that because I'm crazy like that. Now the real question is, do I make them like big and round or do I make them wide and oval? Wide and oval's pretty good. Wow. You mean this first drawing? I think you're a little confused. I don't think she needs I don't think she needs the spirals. Her eyes already have like so much detail in there. Alright. I'll do it like that. I'll just do round for now, and then I'll add in like color detail and stuff. And then this. That's gonna be like hair. The bow details, and then now here, because I've kind of squished down the body a lot, I think I'm gonna let's erase these legs. Gosh, I don't want to do what I've done before, which is just like super long legs, because that wouldn't make any sense. Because what kind of sense does this make? All leg. Heterochromia? I don't know. I'll have fun with it. I've got like an actual reference, not just like on the screen, but I've got like an actual reference I'm looking at too. So it's kind of hidden behind my canvas. Whoop. You know, actually, the longer I look at these legs, the funnier it gets, so I think I'm gonna leave that. Why not? If it's funny, rule of funny. If it's funny, keep it. And the funny thing is, since Ollie's a zombie, she can always like swap parts out, you know? Let's see. Like a lot of bandages on this leg, some stitches on this leg. Alright, I've decided she's like long legs, small body, big box hair. This might be the Ollie that I'm going with. Try what round spaghetti balls look like. I think if we were to do, which I don't think I'm gonna like actually do this, but if I were to do big spaghetti balls, because it's pretty played out. I'm not gonna lie. Not necessarily bad, but I think it would just be like straighten out. Straighten out. Come on. I wanted this to go the easy way. Not necessarily bad, but I've seen like all the simplified Ollie art is literally just those 3 rings. So I think to have it stand out, I'm gonna do the box. I think I'm gonna stick with the box. Because usually it's just like this, you know? This is all you need. This is all you need for it to like read as Ollie. But I'm not doing that. I'm doing it my way. Which I guess this is kind of my way, but it's not, you know. Okay. So next, let's do some arms. Ooh, you know what would be kind of funny? Because this is like pretty similar to this, but a little bit more refined in a certain way. Let's see. I'll make an extra frame. Occasionally what I'm doing down here at the bottom is I'm F5ing and F6ing. So I'm making extra frames so I can like have like extra copies to work with. So if I do something to this, I have like an extra one, you know, that's not messed up. So here's what we're gonna do. That's so cool. I love it when you know, the Hololive members interact. It's such a cool experience to see them like, you know, like your stuff. It's just like, oh my god. So cool. Alright, yep, backup layers, exactly. Alright, so what I'm gonna do, let's see, left, right. Have arm. Let's see. Pop. Pop, pop, pop. Pop, pop. Okay. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna have hand. You see that? Yeah, you can kind of see that. So I've got her arm here. And what am I gonna do? I kind of don't want it to like cover up too much of the hair though, but this is gonna be like, come on. Gosh, how do I live your... Oh, I assume you mean love. PG Crony Women video. It was such a funny... I've seen that clip, so the reason I animated that was because I've seen that clip pop up like multiple times on my Twitter feed. And, let's see, you hold this, and that'll be on the outside. Okay. And every time I saw it, I was like, this is like really funny. And sometimes I pull my animation ideas from streams directly. Other times, I pull them from clips. And it's all just like, you know, whatever I can do to help spread the good word. Alright, so I've got her holding her arm. Thanks for drawing. Hey, no problem. No problem. Alright, so there's that and that. Then we'll do like this. So all I need to do is add the feet. Free arm. So yeah, so she's using one of her arms to like wave. I think that's pretty good. That zombie is armed! Ah! This would actually be really funny to animate too, especially with the legs and the head and everything. Yes. Ah, thank you. I like to look at you. I like to look at you guys. I'll give you a little gander. Give you a little look-see. Thank you. Cool stream layout. Ah, I love the GG stuff. So I said the paper boat thing. I've technically done that before, I think. That 2 box beside her left and right. Yep, that's her hair. This right here is gonna be her hair. Okay. Neck hurt. I get whiplash. Wow. 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 Actually, here, let me put my arm down a second. Wow. This is my regular outfit. That's my gaming. I thought that was a different trigger. What's the right trigger? No, wait. Wait, I can get it. I can get it. The one that I'm looking for is... Hello. Hello. I see you. I see you. I see you out there. Okay, let's get back to drawing. What's the right button? I keep forgetting which button is the right button. Alright, gonna draw some feet and then we'll work on the actual lines in color. Actual lines in color. I've got a few tricks up my sleeve. Sometimes I forget which buttons do what. I don't stream very often. I do stream on... I want to say I do stream on Twitch occasionally. That's usually just for, like, gaming or if I'm fucking around. If I stream on YouTube, I want it to be like, you know, like a Comicdud draws, like an art-related thing. Alright. So shoe, this thing. Alright, so I think we've got her all sketched out. So now we're gonna work on lines. Which actually, what I think I'm gonna do, let's make another backup. She's already pretty big, but I'm gonna make her smaller, actually. I'm gonna make her smaller, and you're gonna see why. You're gonna see why. Thank you. Okay. So I made her smaller so that my line thickness could be technically thicker. Because the way that Flash works, at least the Flash, I don't know how newer Flashes work, but... So I'm on the biggest brush shot size right now, and this is as thick as it gets, you know? And the only way it can get thicker is if I zoom out, because it's like... Compared to the canvas, it's not like a one-size-fits-all. So it's kind of funny the way that works. Alright, so what we're gonna do, I think I'll do some really thick lines here on the hair. Some of like the outside lines, of course, we'll do like really thick. Old Adobe equals Adobe CC. Yeah. Alright, let's see. Also, Control S. So you didn't see it, but I just saved. There we go. And what I like, why I like using Flash is it has like very distinct line feel. I mean, Adobe CC? Immer Adobe? What? She's a drawing program now? Let's see. She got turned into a drawing program? Cecilia... This one isn't as square as this one. It's a little more squished, I think. What can't she do indeed? Wowie. Oh yeah, that's a little lopsided for sure. Gosh. Now, how am I going to fix this? I know. I'll just make this other one shorter. What I think I'll do, I don't have to think about it too much. Gosh, I'm just doing everything the stupid way because I'm stupid. Squish this in so it matches up a little bit more. Or I could make the other one like longer. See, like that technically matches better. So then what I'll do... But that's not a square, that's more of a rectangle. Uh-oh, now I'm overthinking it. Alright, I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use the shape tool. You can't stop me. You see, if I made this the same size as this, it would be like all the way out here. And what would that look like? Look more like that. We use the tools at our disposal. You know what I mean? Look at that. So technically, those are the same size, so everything should equal out now. And I'm just gonna redraw this. And I could use the line tool if I really wanted to. I could use the line tool and then everything would be perfect. You know, perfect lines. Perfect everything. I could like adjust the thickness on the fly. And that's vector. Well, I guess the brush is vector based too, but the pen tool in here is a lot more precise. But you know what? I like kind of the roughness and weirdness of these lines. I think it'll all work out. There we go. Censored Ollie. We be drawing. We be drawing. Don't think, just draw. And if I keep this kind of like that. I do like me some VTubers. I noticed Gigi's gonna be playing that Musame, that horse game, Uma Musame, I think. And I actually didn't realize that it was like a gacha game. I just saw everybody talking about it. I was like, I didn't really know what kind of game it was. I'm not looking to get like sucked into something like that. And I actually don't understand how it works. Because I'll be honest, I did download it. I don't really know how it works. Part of that is like I skipped 95% of the dialogue. But that's not my fault, you know. That's not my fault. Alright, let's see here. Alright, now we do like that. Cool, cool, cool. Next game I want to play like an actual... Well, not to say that's not like an actual game, but... I have like a short list of games that I'd love to play, but I just have not... Alright, what I'm gonna do, I'll do it like this. Not gotten to play yet. There we go. I really want to play... Well, I wanted to play Doom. The new Doom. And I really want to play... Death Stranding. But I just have not made the time yet. And I'm thinking... That line's gonna look kind of weird, the way I did it. Yeah, because that's real bulbous and stuff. the Doom Dark Ages. I'm gonna do it like this. Because I loved Doom 2016 and I loved Doom Eternal. And then I've just been too focused. Too focused on the arts. Oh yeah, I've drawn other characters before, and actually, not to plug or nothing, because I don't have it open at the moment, but I do have a coffee page for missions. It's just not open at this time. I'll, not Death Stranding because of Pecora, surprisingly. The original Death Stranding was like my favorite game of 2019. I actually loved it back when most people thought it was stupid. You know, not to be that guy. Most people thought it was way too slow and boring, and I gave it a shot, and I ended up loving it. Alright, let's see, what are we doing here? We're gonna do the arm next. And I heard that they basically just took all the best parts of the first game and, like, laser focused them in harder so that they cut out, I guess they, like, cut down on some of the, I don't want to say, like, the fat or whatever, but it doesn't take as long to get into the good stuff. I'll put it that way, in the second game. Let's see. Let's not do it like that. Let's actually do it like this. But the Pecora stuff does help. Because that'll be really cool to see in-game. Norman Reedus and the Funky Fetus. Yeah, I wouldn't mind. You know, I wouldn't mind doing that. Sometime. Alright, let's do... Ollie's gonna be fun to color because she's got all these patchwork spots on her. Come on. There we go. I don't think the inside, like, if I'm gonna show, like, the inside of her arm, like a cross section, I don't think it's gonna be red. Maybe it would be. I don't know, because she's, like, kind of a decaying zombie. I don't think... Maybe it'd be more of, like, a green. I'll have to figure that out. Still think it's boring? No, I completely get that. It's like... Yeah, you have to let yourself, you know, get into it. But it's very rewarding if you will play it on its terms. And then all the stuff that you might have found boring in the first one might be a little bit more, I don't know. I don't want to talk out my ass since I haven't played it yet. I haven't played the second game yet. I've just heard good things. Come on, arm. I could probably zoom in here to make it a little easier, but I'm not doing that. 1, 2, 3. Green. Yeah, I know I was talking up the line quality in Flash, but it also kind of sucks ass sometimes, the way that it, like, auto-adjusts certain things. But that's the nature of the beast, baby. And if you're wondering why I keep changing colors here, it's just so that I can, like, overlap. Because you, like, overlap something, and then you can, like, easily, like, delete the line underneath it. And what I'll do is I'll turn this all black. I think I can do that now. We're getting there. Like, it's only been... Damn, it's already been like an hour. Okay, cool. Cool. So I would say in the next, like, half hour or so, we could have this thing finished. Because I just do cartoon characters, you know? I'm not talented enough to make the next level stuff that, like, some of the artists on Twitter can do. Talking about, like, the good anatomy of some of the anime, more anime style art. There's some really good anatomy out there. But I gotta stick to what I know, because I don't have the abilities. Not that it's inherited, it's something I'd have to practice more at. Not that I haven't tried, but, you know. I am sticking to what I know. And working on that to make it the best it can be. Brum, 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 brum. Peak level animations. Art styles. Ow. Thank you, thank you. Oh. That's I hope so. I mean, hearing that stuff really does make me happy, because it's like, I haven't really felt like, well, you know, in recent years, it's like, well, I don't really know if I have anything to contribute. But if people like the style that I have, then I feel like, yeah, I do have something I can contribute. Contribute to the fandom, whatever. Drinking some soda. I actually forgot I had my drink there. Alright. I'm not the biggest, like, chatter, you know, when it comes to streams. Sometimes I'll say stuff. Like, I'll pop into streams and I'll say stuff. And, I don't know the best way to contribute during the stream. God, these legs look weird. The line quality looks weird. But it's like, what do you say? You know, you just throw out like a quip out there. But I guess that's the issue with watching big streamers. You know, you watch big streamers and you know your comments are gonna get like washed out, which is fine, because that's just how it is. But when it comes to like big streamers, especially like Hololive, you know, I'll buy merch when I can. Like, I can't do that all the time, but I'll buy merch when I can. I'll do memberships occasionally, because there are some people that have like membership only streams that I'm really interested in catching out, you know, catching. And there we go. And it's like, besides that, it's like the only other way I can think of to participate would be to draw fan art. So that's what I am doing. Appreciated by many. Ah, hello. Gosh. All right, so we've almost got the basic. We've almost got the basic lines in here. So what I'm gonna do, because some of these details, like sewing the hair, I'm gonna do those with solid colors. The, you know, stitching on the legs, I might do those separate, like it's not gonna be black. And then the eyes, we're gonna do that different as well. Let's turn off onion skinning. So this is kind of where we're at right now, which is a little, you know. Gosh, and some of these lines are just weird. But it's okay. It's okay. Smooth that out just a hair. Add a little bit there. That there. Not that. Alright. Some of these lines crossed over just a bit. Alright. Gosh, and that still looks a little awkward right in here. Yeah, the line consistency isn't like perfect, but we're working on it. We're working on it. Reload off membership gifts. Damn, I've never gotten a membership gift. That's like a lucky pull. Eyelashes are getting kind of lost right now. There are no eyelashes. Whatever. If you think these are the eyelashes, they're not. They're supposed to be like the hair underneath. If I do eyelashes, I might do it like that. I don't know if I would do top and bottom. That might be too much. I could keep the bottom. I think the bottom might work. Never again. Rickety sticks. Whoa. Alright, so now, how I'm gonna do... Now what I'm gonna do for the color is... It's like a head... It's like a head turn. Like my head turning. Should I do a color pick or should I eyeball it? That is the question. I think I can eyeball it. I mean, I don't think I can eyeball it, but I'm gonna try to eyeball it, see what happens. I need that red to be brighter. Which eyeballing it is actually better for you because it makes you more aware of the colors you're using. Wow, that is really bright. And honestly, that might be a little too dark. Oops. Yeah, I'll eyeball this, and then, I think that'll give it its own little charm. Alright, now we gotta get like a gray. Bit more magenta. I think you're right. My eyes. Might be a little bit too much magenta. Too much. What I might... That's better. Gosh, I really wanted to try color picking. Well, not color picking. What I meant. Alright, what I'm gonna do here. Put this up. Put this here. Alright. I tried eyeballing it. Now let's see how close I got. That was pretty close, actually. That was pretty dang close. Like that and that? That's not too bad. Whap, whap, whap. Ah! Crack! I'm gonna take a drink of my soda. Brum, brum, brum. Which I think it's close enough. I'm gonna leave it like that, actually. Alright, now for the bow color. Part of that would be like a little bit purple, but then part of that has more of like a greenish tone to it. Well, it's like a green-blue, whatever that color might be. Yeah, closer to that, actually. What I might do... And I've kind of put myself into a corner because... one of the funny things about Flash, you know. There we go. I kind of put myself into a corner because I do not have the back layer of her... Wait a minute. I was gonna make an extra line layer just in case. And I forgot. Oh well. Let's do... There we go. And now I can make this one pink-ish. I'll give her pupils, don't worry. One thing at a time. I gotta zoom in on this. She's looking right at me. Hello. There's that. Last time you saved? Just now. I've actually made it... Now, I'm not perfect. I'm not going to try and say I'm perfect at it, but I've made it a pretty decent habit to, like, Control S fairly often. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I have had my share of issues in the past. Shaping up real nice, yeah. Real nice. I don't know what I'm gonna do about this other eye. This thing's crazy. AI sucks. And the one thing I'm worried about is the day when I guess my art would be recognizable enough to throw in the wood chipper. I don't want that. But since my art's so janky, you know, no one's gonna want to do that. And I don't even know what it always is gonna turn out to be, so, haha. Alright, now let's get like some green. And then this. I don't know if I can, like, capture these as well as I had hoped. Oh, thank you. Insane into membrane. Oh, gosh. Alright, where's my... Let's take a second to step back and appreciate where we're at. Ah, yes. Here in Comicdud's Corner, we make art and cartoons and animation. And sometimes you just gotta take a breath and appreciate how it be coming. Okay, that's enough appreciation. We gotta get back to it. Wow, wow. I hope y'all had a decent 4th of July, if you celebrate. Even if you don't celebrate, you know, it's always nice to just pretend. Alright, let's see what we got here. I think that'll work for the eyes. I used this as an opportunity to spend time with my parents. So you know what? It was good enough for me. Actually, let's put this color over here. Color over here. Where did it go? Oh, there it is. That almost matches with the color of my canvas. Now I don't... July 6th for you? Yeah, time zones. Forgot to beat the devil out of it, but close enough. Yeah. There we go, now I can see it. So if you wonder why my canvas is gray, it's like to help the eyes. Because I heard that having like a pure white background when you're drawing can kind of like affect your eyes. And it's better to just have a, you know, a gray one. Especially, sometimes the colors will just pop a little bit easier for you and you'll notice mistakes, stuff like that. Okay. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. There we go. That's all the stuff I needed. Yes, yes, yes. Alright, so what I'm gonna do, I think I will use like this. So it's not black, but I'll use this for like the stitches. And then I will go like paint behind. Still gonna celebrate it. All you have to do is, I don't know, eat burger. I think that's all you have to do is just eat burger. This is Flash. This is actually CS3 if you can believe it. I still have managed for it to work after all this time. I will keep managing it. If I can keep having it work, then I'm going to keep using it. That I am probably not the person to like learn from as far as like learning how to draw. Cuz I'm just doing my own thing, man. I'm just fooling around. I'm just fooling. Let's see this. You need to learn like actual anatomy and perspective and techniques and stuff. I'm just goofing. How do you get your brush strokes to look good? I don't know. I don't know. It's just like, I don't know. I think they look pretty rough most of the time, if I'm being honest. I just kind of like make it happen. I've only switched to like newer versions when I was trying to collab with someone that was using a newer version. Otherwise, I only ever used my own. Or I only ever used CS3. White screen thing until now. Oh, I guess like technique-wise, I know like some techniques. I have an emote in here. Well, like, let me switch over. My artist emote, I only have like this face and this face, which isn't as like engaged, and then the front facing face. But like my normal model, I have one thing in here, if I can remember the button. Nope, 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 nope. Nom 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 nom. There it is. Nom 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 nom. There's my sandwich eating emote. Unfortunately, I never took the time to make a drinking nom 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 a drinking one. So it's like, you know, I keep taking the same bite and the sandwich never goes away. And then if I want to get back to working. I gotta, you know, just gotta keep remembering which button's which. Okay, what do we got here? We are gonna go like this, and then I think I'm gonna do like, oop, not doing behind. I'm gonna do paint inside. Just do a couple bandages here and here. Like that. So those are bandages. And like, there we go. That kind of reads as bandages, I think. Oh, and then I can't forget, I will color this and this. This, arm, and then, yeah, I don't think it shows like a cross section of the inside of her. So I could just make that green, I suppose. That. Let's see. Let's do like, see, I just keep saying things like, oh yeah, let's just do this, or oh, let's just do that. Honestly, I think because of like how cross-sectioned she is, it might be a little annoying to animate, but I could always do, I mean, I could always break certain parts into symbols and make it work. There we go. I could make it work. I'll save that for after. Save this for, put this here. This have to be like more pink. And I could also do like this. I think that helps. Break that bow up. Yeah, that really helps, adding that in there. I know I'm not really zooming in much, so it may be hard to like catch some of these details, but trust me, I see what I'm looking at. Also, should I like make this longer? Oh, vibing. We're all vibing here. We're all vibing. I don't know if adding like extra part of the handle might throw off the balance a little bit more. Oh, it did. It's true. But you know what? That's something I can easily add. I can add that back. Just like I'm going to add details to this hair. I'm not leaving this hair just solid color. Don't worry. I'm going to add the detail to the hair as well. I do keep kind of jumping around a little bit, I will be honest. Oops. So you are right to have noticed that. Okay. Probably this here. You have a keen eye and a good soul. Okay. Oops. Oops. Oh yeah, that looks good. And then I've just been kind of a little bit locked in on this phase. I think this phase is going pretty good, more or less. It's like, oh, I'm just gonna do this detail. Oh, I'm gonna jump over to this detail. Oh, how about this detail? None of it matters. It's all gonna get on there. Let me add this. All ID arc has been so awesome. Thank you. I just thought it would be a good, I don't know. While I'm working on like my big animations, drawing all the ID girls would be like a good use of my time. Okay, let me see. I need to... I really don't feel like I've heard a lot from them recently. Oh, that helps a lot. Spray can. Let's see, how are we gonna do this? I'm gonna use the pencil tool. These aren't like perfectly straight lines, but we'll see what happens if I do this. And then this might look kind of interesting. Let's give it a gander. That looks a little interesting. What do you think? Huh? I don't know. It's got like the impression of all the hair moving around without it being necessarily like whatever. Looks cool. Any of the JP girls? I'd like to. I mean, I drew, where was that? I can't scroll through here. Where was it? I thought I had something in here somewhere. I don't remember. I'll figure it out. I think I drew Botan at one point. That was also like a request, a commission, if you will. Okay. Let's do that and that and that and draw Iris. Yeah, I would draw Iris. Sure. Yeah, I think that hair really... Oops. I think that hair really came together well after I added that. All your stuff. Keep it up, man. Your art and videos are great. Thank you. Thanks for stopping by and, like, saying that. Man, I am just, like, really jazzed that so many people stopped in today. I just kind of, like, did this off on a whim. Had the time, you know, had the time for it. Alright, let's see. What else do we have to do? Okay, we gotta do something else with this arm. I was like, I'm not gonna be able to put out a new animation this week. But maybe I could, like... Maybe I could do, like, one of these videos. Like, one of these live streams. Maybe I could do one of those. One, two, three. What do you guys think? Think she came out pretty well? Think there's anything else I'm missing? Oh yeah, the Ahoge. I was gonna add that on there. I almost forgot. Let's see. There we go. Beautiful. See? It was easy to add that on there. No big deal. Mythical homepage refresh poll. Oh my god. Mythical. Wild. This is... Okay, you know what would be really cool though? I am gonna color pick for this. Get out of here. Actually, I'll move these over here. Oh wait, that one's gonna be... I don't know if this is like the best idea doing that, like at such a like zoomed out way and just doing a little blob. This is start vibrating. This to redesign her a live version or just redo the design for a bit. It's like looking at future stuff. Honestly, I would have to do her like human version completely different because it would give off a completely different vibe. But that's just where my head's at. I'm not even like zooming in to make sure this like looks good. I just thought I'd throw on the little Udin charm. Crazy Ollie. Woo. All right, fellas. I think we've just about knocked that out of the park. 10 lights stick out of her hair. Suppose I could. Oh shit, there was something else I forgot too. Couple of these on her dress. Okay. There we go. That's perfect. All right, let me think. Let me add just like a little bit more color. Oh, I forgot. Turn that back to paint inside. Okay, I wasn't zooming in, I was actually just using my eyes. Like I was moving my head closer to the canvas. Well, the thing is, like, I'm not using this model for animation. So it's okay if I had, like, two, extra details on there. And even if I did use it for animation, I could always, like, take stuff off if I needed to. Let me get a quick look here. Crazy Ollie. Oh yeah, because what you're thinking of, like when she does like that, she's got all the headlights sticking out of her hair, like when she has that, like fan outfit. Manual zooming. Does it smash his face against screen? Pretty much. Oh, pattern? Like a... Oh, yeah, like chowder. I can see that. Alright, let me do one more. The thing is, if I did like the pen lights, I think that I would have to do a version without her sword in it too. I think for now, we're just going to stick with this. This is going to be what we stick with. Now, for... Let's see. These drawings I've been doing like a simple color, name, whatever. So for her... Let's see. Put her in here. Petal. And then we'll go to the underlayer. Find a good color to give her. Actually, let's make this... I can't do that. I can't do that because that'd be too... let's see what happens. I think this blue. I think that blue might work. Very basic. But I want something more red. I think the red might go against the here just a tad. Could do like a purplish. As long as it's not too saturated. We'll let everything on her kind of like pop out. You know what I mean? Ooh, you know what I could do? Let me add a little shine to her shoes. A little bit of shine to them shoes. There we go. Thought the salmon color looked fine. We can experiment. We can figure something out. That's not salmon. Purple is good too. I just can't decide. I might stick with this though. See, we're almost done. We're almost at the end of the stream. How do you guys feel about that? I don't know if I like this purple. I'll do a red. Red on red. Yeah, red on red. Isn't that bright and vibrant? I like your words. Oh god, what was that line? Like the funny way you draw this man. You'll provide me many ha-has. Sorry, I was just thinking of that from like Clone High. The way that Vanity says that one. Oh, okay, let's see. I gotta get the let me move this over here. Yeah, now you have an idea of my process. Let's see. We'll add the name. I like freehanding, even though it doesn't always look super clean. Yep, I like your funny words, Magic Man. Yeah. I like freehanding even though it doesn't always look good, because it's got that kind of personal touch. Free. And next time on a very special Clone High. I don't know why this is the only, like, well, the eyes are lowercase. Kureiji, Ollie. Alright, we'll turn that off. I'll do this. I'm gonna zoom in for this. How about that? Hololive. There, see? Hololive Indonesia. We did it. What is that? I guess I can move. I didn't know you stream. I don't stream very often. I am not. Don't get it twisted. I don't consider myself a streamer. I like streaming sometimes, but most of the time when I'm like working on stuff, I'm like zoned in on my own music, zoned in on my own like whatever. Sometimes I'm watching movies. Just not really doing a lot as far as like vocalizing to make it like worth streaming. But occasionally I like doing like these drawing streams or like animation streams. Let people kind of see what's going on. And I do like, you know, we twisting it. No, don't get it twisted. And last year, because I was doing more streaming in general, I made all the like models and different scenes and everything to stream from. So I have all this stuff I can use. And yeah, so that's why I have it, because I made it and I like to use it sometimes. So this, I think we're pretty good. Look at this. And now, if I can click this button, pop back to the art studio. Wow, look, the canvas. We've got ourselves a whole drawing right here. Isn't that amazing? Holocure vibes. I'm literally listening to Mighty Switch Force right now. Which, if you didn't know, is a video game. Mighty Switch Force is a game developed by Wafer Technologies and is available on the Nintendo 3DS eShop now for only $5.99. You can then download the entire soundtrack and support the artist here at Bandcamp. Actually, I'm not going to put that down there. So yeah, I've just been listening to Mighty Switch Force very fast. So yeah, I figured that would be a safe bet since it's video game music. And it's got like a good repeatable positive vibe to it. You're done and implodes. One way behind. Dragon Quest 11 music is also peak. There's a lot of good music out there. I'm not gonna deny that. And I just muted it. I just turned it off because we're kind of at the end here. Hey, thank you all for stopping by. Like, literally, I did not expect this many people to show up for this live stream. And I am, like, actually surprised that I didn't have any connection issues this time, because historically I have had some bad connection issues, which has also been an issue for streaming in the past. So, everything just worked out today. Isn't that cool? And you were all here to, like, watch it happen. And before I sign off for good, let me pop over here. Pop. And pop. Now you can see my corner. This is my actual corner. That was my art studio corner. Here's my Comicdud corner. And pop, pop. Ah, yeah. Here's my old TV. This is where we watch stuff on the old TV. Unfortunately, I don't have anything to show off on it right now. But, you know, just thought you might want to see that. So. Alright, I'm going to send off to the loading screen. Thanks again, everyone, for stopping by. I'm going to be posting this art on Twitter. I guess I'll post it on YouTube, the posting tab on there as well. And then, yeah, keep an eye out. I'm going to be doing some more Holo ID art this month. I probably won't stream until, like, you know, next weekend, if I do at all. So if you're interested, if you're interested in more streams, let me know, and I'll try and make stuff happen. Otherwise, catch you later.